Well, good evening and welcome to Manila. Welcome to the Philippines. It's the second game of action here on game day 2 from the capital city of the Philippines. And the hosts will square off against New Zealand in a battle of the Pacific Ocean here in the Olympic qualifying tournament. We're on the road to Rio as 6 teams have assembled in this part of the world to try and claim one of the 3 remaining places at the Olympics. If you were with us earlier today, you will have seen Canada defeat Senegal by a score of 58-55. Canada have booked their passage to the semifinals. And now we have the home team, the Philippines, squaring against the tall blacks of New Zealand. My name is Liam Canny. It is my distinct privilege to be with you this evening. And joining me in the commentary position as ever is my partner, Mick Betts. You know, Mick, we saw the Philippines play last night in front of a capacity crowd here in the Mall of Asia Arena. It was a fantastic event. As we get a look at the standings in Group B, France beat the Philippines last night. You and I have very much been looking forward to this encounter throughout the day today.
Well, welcome everyone, and yes indeed, Liam, it's going to be an interesting game. I thought that first game just now was pretty special, with Senegal really coming very close to an upset of the Canadians. This might be an upset too, because the Philippines, having played so well last night, almost coming so close to France, might come unstuck with the Kiwis here, who are onto the floor first of all as the visiting team today in the traditional all-black uniforms.
Well, the Philippines lost to France last night by a score of 93-84. Andre Blatch had 21 points in the losing effort. And so New Zealand have the unenviable task, Mick, of squaring off against the Philippines, as the Philippines are in a do-or-die scenario. They have to win tonight to have any chance to advance to the semifinals.
Yeah, exactly right. When you lose that first game, you cannot afford to lose that second game. And that will be key for them right now, is to come up with a victory in front of what is, again, a very, very busy crowd here tonight. They're going to live every moment, every defensive rebound, all the way down to every offensive rebound.
Well, the arena seats close to 20,000 people, and as we look up into the rafters here around us, certainly looks like all of the seats are full as Gilas Pilipinas make their way onto the floor. That's Coach Tab Baldwin. Tab Baldwin formerly was a coach of the New Zealand national team, and we'll tell you a little bit more about his history as the evening progresses. For the time being, we're going to rise to our feet here and honor the national anthems of New Zealand and the Philippines.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of the Philippines.
Well, the Philippines national anthem, known as Lupang Hinirang, which means the chosen land. The national anthem of New Zealand, God Defend New Zealand. The first verse traditionally sung in Maori. The second verse in English, as you see Coach Baldwin and Coach Hanare embrace. They'll know each other well. And the combined officiating crew here from Slovenia, Spain, and Greece, respectively. Now, we can turn our attention to center court here and look at one of sports spectacles as the Tall Blacks of New Zealand will engage in a cultural practice, a sporting practice, which is all part of the fabric of New Zealand sports. They're going to entertain, or challenge, shall I say, the Philippines national team with the Haka.
That's an adapted version, Liam. It's not the version the rugby team come out with.
Well, the Tall Blacks have thrown down the gauntlet. They've issued the challenge to the Philippines, Gilas Pilipinas. And the players now will get a couple more minutes of warm-up. What a dramatic introduction to this one, Mick, as the Tall Blacks have gone through the basketball version of the Haka in front of 20,000 Filipino fans.
I think they put an extra verse in there as well. That was an extended Haka.
Well, such a part of New Zealand sporting culture. It's done at all levels, not just at the national team levels. Of course, the rugby team have made it famous, but rugby clubs around the country do it at all levels. And so the Tall Blacks have just issued their challenge to Gilas Pilipinas. Here's the lineup for the Tall Blacks. Their leading scorer throughout the preparation period was Corey Webster. His brother Ty wears number 0, and of course the Webster's father also represented New Zealand as a member of the Tall Blacks. Coach Paul Hanare was a disciple of Coach Baldwin. He played for the All Blacks when Coach Baldwin coached the team. Former head coach of the New Zealand team was Coach Baldwin. And here's a look at the starting 5. So Ty Webster and Corey Webster, the two brothers, will start. Vukona is the captain. Abercrombie is extremely athletic, and we expect, Mick, that Isaac Fotu will draw the challenge of guarding Andre Blatch.
Yeah, and that will be a challenge, as well as the Filipino team played well yesterday. They had to live and die with the mistakes and the heraldry of Andre Blatch, number 1 at the top of your screen. They're 2 meters 11, 29-year, 10-year NBA veteran, now playing in China. A great three-point shooter, tough off the dribble, but maybe overcooked it too many times last night against France. They will start with Chan and Jason Castro, as he's better known here in the Philippines. Norwood, Fajardo, and Blatch. Fajardo and Blatch 6'10 and 6'11 respectively. A huge opposition for this perhaps slower Kiwi team. There's Baldwin, and there's a lot said, Liam, about Baldwin's knowledge of this Kiwi team, having coached them for many, many years. As you see the matchup here between Blatch and Fotu, completely different styles of player, really. Blatch really the finesse time, a big man that is really ready-made for a body for the NBA and the skills for the NBA. Fotu will have to have his work cut out defensively more than what he can produce offensively.
Well, last night Blatch played primarily on the perimeter. That very well may suit Isaac Fotu, who gives away some size against Blatch. There's Coach Hanare, and there is Coach Tom Baldwin. Coach Baldwin is a citizen of New Zealand. So I saw him when he was the head coach of Lebanon, and they played against New Zealand. Mick, he always sings the national anthem of New Zealand. He thinks the national anthems rise above sport. Proud to be a New Zealander, and Paul Hanare, a former player of his. Well, the players are on the floor. It's the Filipino team in the white uniforms and the Tall Blacks fittingly in their black uniforms. So a mabuhay, a very warm welcome to any viewers around the world who are just joining us. Mabuhay means welcome in the local Filipino language. And the first possession to the Tall Blacks as the Philippines settle into man-to-man defense. Here's Abercrombie. He'll slide along the baseline and draw the first foul here against Jeff Chan.
Yeah, Abercrombie's a tough little cookie himself, isn't he? About 6'7", 6'8". Very, very wiry. That may dog him later in this game in terms of fitness, but good start for him. Penetration, draw the foul.
It's the first ever meeting, the first ever competitive meeting between these two teams.
Well, they'll be playing each other a lot more now that New Zealand are in the Asian Championships.
Webster to the 10. Lays it up and in. I think the basket will go to Webster, although Fotu was there for the tip.
Surprised nobody came and challenged that layup. Webster got there very, very quickly.
Ty Webster, the quickest guard from New Zealand, and he'll dig into his defensive reserves now as he tries to guard Castro. Blatch with the first touch. That's no good. Good work inside. First foul against New Zealand on Isaac Fotu.
Wow, the luxury of having someone like Andre Blatch on the perimeter and then somebody, Junmar Fayado, to go and get you a rebound. He must be one of the tallest people in the Philippines, not the tallest player in the Philippines.
We were talking today to some of the Filipino people. It's an archipelago of 7,000 islands, and the game of basketball is played in every nook, every crevice, every corner, every barangay of these islands. They love their basketball in this part of the world. And I don't think I've ever seen a cheer so loud for the first free throw of a game.
Paul Inari just got a talking to there by the referees. The game's only 42 seconds old. Drawing the ire of the refs.
Well, there is a din of noise here in this arena. Castro picks the puck from Webster, but he missed the layup. Now the Tall Blacks have got numbers. Well, great defense by Castro, Mick, but he missed an easy lay-in.
Yeah, you can't afford to make mistakes like that. That's a gimme.
This is Corey Webster with a step-back shot. It's a 2. And New Zealand with the early lead.
Webster's a tough shooter, that's for sure. He can drop anything from any distance.
Well, this will be a real challenge to the mental psyche of the Tall Blacks as they play in front of this capacity crowd. Oh, good steal by Webster on Chan. Now can he finish in transition? He can't, but Thomas Abercrombie is there to pick up the loose ball.
Yeah, Jeff Chan just trying to find some space in the perimeter. He's going to get none of that. First foul of the game there against Rakawa, who's probably got the toughest matchup of the night, guarding the big man. They posted up, there's the replay there. Webster misses this, Abercrombie follows in. They posted up Blatch 2 offenses in a row. We didn't see that much of that last night against France.
Of course, Blatch had those 4 turnovers on the perimeter against France. At one stage, the Philippines were up by 10 points against the number 5 team in the world. Here's Chan in the corner, he lets fly.
And it's just deafening. When the red decibels rise in this gym, you will not find a louder place to play the game.
The arena is absolutely deafening.
Ty Webster to the free throw line with a little Euro step. Wearing 0 on his shirt. And, New Zealanders have got up to a great start here, that's for sure.
Well, the Philippines have qualified for this qualifying tournament by winning the silver medal in the 2015 FIBA Asia Championships. They lost to China in the final. New Zealand are here by nature of the fact that they finished second to Australia in the Oceania tournament. Of course, Australia and New Zealand will join FIBA Asia going forward, so it'll add some level of competition to the Asian Championships. The New Zealanders are no stranger to this tournament. It's their 3rd appearance in succession in the Olympic qualifiers, 2008 in Athens, 2012 in Caracas. They did not qualify for the Olympics. Can they do it at the 3rd time of asking? Blatch in the low post, draws a double team. Passing side, intended for Fajardo, broken up. trail spot. Here's Ty Webster. Webster guarded by Blatch. Foot two with the run and jump hook, no good. Haka with the rebound.
Sterling work from Juma Fayado there, hanging on the boards. There's Castro. And it gets any louder in here, Liam, this roof's going to come off.
Well, absolutely. Somebody needs to tell the fans it's still the first quarter. And one. A real captain's move by Vukona as he goes strong to the basket and lays it up and in. Well, the fans live and die by every possession, as we learned last night. You look at here at Vukona's strong drive to the rim.
Yeah, and just as Vukona has a hard time guarding the bigs down one end, there's the three from Castro, making up for that missed layup in the first minute of the game.
Last time the Philippines were at this Olympic qualifying tournament was back in 1972. Here's Castro. Across the midcourt stripe against Ty Webster. Pass into Blatch in the low post. Now moving on to Chan. Chan will rise for another three. Oh. The three by Jeff Chan.
I think the defender got a touch on that one too. Chan was hot last night, mostly in the second half. That's back-to-back threes for him now.
New Zealand lead by a point. Here's Fotu. He'll let go with a three of his own. That's no good. And Chan with a defensive rebound. They'll save it to the hands of Jason Castro. Well, Chan is wide open for a trail spot. He wants it. Doesn't get it from Castro, and he's annoyed. Blatch again draws a double team. Has to pass out of it. And it leads to a turnover. Hang on to your hat. There goes Thomas Abercrombie. He goes to do it there.
Yeah, good defense there from the Kiwis. Just getting hands in the passing lane. Just managed to silence this crowd for a split second.
Chan again on the way. Chan wins it.
3 threes in the first period. Ties it up.
Well, Jeff Chan right now is in fuego. Fotu, the floater. Mick, there is a din of noise here in this arena.
There's the layup there for Abercrombie coming through. He's had some good looks for dunks so far this game. 3-point shooting there. Philippines 3 of 4, New Zealand 0 of 1. It is all Jeff Chan to start this game for the Philippines.
Squared up at 13 each. Abercrombie, let's go with a three. That's not going to count.
And Vukona moving screens, trying to get Abercrombie open. There's the glare from Vukona.
Robert Lowe will step in for the Tall Blacks. He'll add some length and height, and he'll step over and try and guard Andre Blatch. So this will prevent. I wonder now, Mick, will Blatch step out to the perimeter to try and test the defensive low?
Absolutely. It's where he gets taken off the dribble here.
Traveling violation against Jason Castro.
Yeah, I wonder if Castro might get a break here. Maybe a couple more minutes, maybe Romeo got to the floor.
Just a reminder, the Philippines are in a do-or-die situation. They must win tonight to have any chance to advance to the semis. Ty Webster inside. Ty Webster is still a collegian making plays at the University of Nebraska. What a fantastic summer experience this is for him.
Absolutely. Well, you'll remember this for a long, long time, that's for sure. It's Bobby Ray Parks into the game. You get a big rousing applause from this crowd when he comes in.
Parks played some collegiate ball in the U.S. at Western Kentucky. Went to high school in Tennessee. Ty Webster will toe the line and try and sink 2 free throws to give New Zealand a lead. Webster played with New Zealand in the World Cup in 2014 in Spain. Looks like he'll be the point guard of New Zealand for many years to come, now just 21 years old. Rattles home the second free throw. New Zealand lead by 2 as we approach the midway mark of the opening stanza. Now Blatch with a touch. He'll square up against Robert Lowe. Again a double team.
Wow, Rosario just went right up in the air. It looked like he might have wanted to dunk that. Lowe met him with power. Beautiful pass from Blatch. Here we go. Lowe gets him. Good call from the referees.
Robert Lowe may disagree with you on that one as he contested the goal, but Rosario will pay no heed to his protest and try to sink some free throws. There's the first. Rosario makes them both. The Philippines extend some pressure up the floor.
Yeah, Webster's quick, too quick for that press, that's for sure.
Abercrombie uses the ball screen of Lowe, loses the handle. Fotu. Abercrombie in the short corner. We've got a 24-second shot clock violation. I didn't even hear the horn go off on the shot clock.
Well, good job the lights go in the bucket. You know, it's a poor offense from the New Zealanders. They're not quite sure what they're looking for.
Well, Isaac Fotu had a clean look at a 3 with about 7 seconds left on the shot clock, but passed on it. Speaking of passes, the pass goes into Andre Blatch, who skips it to Rosario, who rises for the jump shot, comes in and out. Ty Webster, is he going to go coast to coast? Well, bad spacing now for Lowe in the low post. Look at the tenacity of the defense by the Philippines. Lowe, his shot from the elbow, no good.
Oh, no one's got to take Lowe on here. He's waving everybody away.
Blatch in the corner. He's going to back down Isaac Fotu, or at least try. Fotu digs in defensively. Blatch gets deep, keeps his patience. The jump hook won't fall. What is this guy going to lose ball?
Just hustle basketball. Rosario into 2. What a game he's having, Troy Rosario.
Abercrombie slides a bounce pass to Lowe.
Now the pressure's on him.
Webster just slices to the basket.
Yeah, there's no way they can let that dribble penetration happen time and time again. Webster's the one danger area they got to take care of.
Ray Parks now with the ball for the Philippines. Blatch loves to operate here at the top of the key. Norway with a clean look at a 3. Lowe keeps it alive. Good hustle play by Robert Lowe for the Tall Blacks. Lowe in the low post. Webster rises for the jump shot at the baseline, and that's off the mark.
Here comes your one-on-one.
Blatch just a little bit too quick for Robert Lowe. Can't finish. It is a scrappy affair as every possession is tightly contested and hardly fought. Robert Lowe's wide open in the low post and he offers himself.
New Zealanders look a little tired right now.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely right. Abercrombie's got his hands on his knees. Webster's going to settle for the 3. No good.
Pressure is telling.
Blatch. Oh, he got it away just in time. Can Chad make another 3? The ball groans in the arena on the miss.
I think if Blatch got that back again, it'd be a pump fake and drive. We got substitutions, not a timeout. What a helter-skelter game. Minute 48 to go, 17 apiece.
And we've spoken to quite a few people, Mick, haven't we, since we've been here. And this style of play suits the Philippines. They don't want to get in a play where you pass and you work and you try and break down the defense. They want to go at you quick in an unorthodox style.
Big cheer as Japet Aguilar comes into the game. Didn't play last night against France. But a big man who's a high-flying player, that's for sure. He's got some jets on him.
Aguilar is a three-time Philippines Basketball Association All-Star. 13, 14, and 15, getting his first action here in the Olympic qualifying tournament. Gets his name in the score, but for all the wrong reasons, commits a foul on the moving screen.
Well, we're going to see Romeo in the game now as well.
Well, if you haven't seen Terrence Romeo play yet, you're in for a treat. He is mercurial and expressive with the ball in his hands.
Moving screen there from Japet Aguilar. Got to concentrate, the big man, when he gets in the game.
Shea Illy in for the Tall Blacks. Corey Webster trying to find space. Being called for travel.
That's a European goal right there. Mr. Perez from Spain. That spin dribble's caught a lot in Europe.
I didn't think it was a travel, to be honest myself. It looked okay.
I think if you look at the slow motion, they're all travels like that. You pick it up. Here we go.
Speaking of slow motion, you got to get slow motion to keep your eye on this guy here. Terrence Romeo in the game. Ray Parks. Oh, there's the spin. There's the travel.
Same referee, same call.
Had to be very consistent. The Spanish referee.
You make your own mind up on this play.
I'm not sure again, to be honest. Barkley. He'll let fly with a three, and that won't fall. And we've got a foul here, I think, against the Philippines. It is.
It's Troy Rosario just holding on the box out. The camera's gone to Aguilar. It is his second foul indeed.
It's the fifth team foul against the Philippines. So New Zealand will go to the charity stripe.
You know, there's a theory about defensive rebounding. There's some players who got all the athletic ability in the world, and there's some players that just go and get the ball. And Jumar Fajardo, the reason he gets ahead of Japet Aguilar, because Fajardo will just hang around and get that ball. Aguilar's, because he's been in and out in this team, he's got a lot of things on his mind. He can't quite concentrate enough.
The corner missed the first free throw. Atones for his error. Makes the second. New Zealand lead by 2 with 46 seconds left. Will the Philippines go for a 2-for-1 here as we bring this first quarter to a close? Romeo. Shea Illy's going to try and hold him. Here's Rosario. Rosario spin. Now that was definitely a travel. It wasn't called. Abercrombie can't get it. Rosario rises. That won't fall. And Illy with the rebound. He wisely takes some time off the clock as Coach Anari whistles to him.
Good clock management there for the New Zealanders.
Anari trying to direct traffic to Corey Webster. Oh, Webster was held from behind. The trail referee spots it.
Yeah, that's not smart play from Terrence Romeo at all. You know you're going to go over the screen. You hang on to that shirt and the referee sees it. It's 2 shots, team fouls. It's not the best move I've seen from this kid the last 2 days.
Corey Webster's been the leading scorer for the team throughout the preparation period. New Zealand are on a tour of the world. They played games in Japan, China, Latvia. 10 games in all. They finished with a 5-5 record. Webster makes both free throws. 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. New Zealand lead by 4. Romeo, step back 3. Off the mark. is wayward. And at the end of the first quarter of play, New Zealand have kept their composure, maintained their calm, and they lead by 4 points. There's your score at the end of one, 21-17 to the Tall Blacks.
There's your stats from the first 10 minutes. New Zealand yet to make a three. 3 of 8 for the Philippines, all from Jeff Chan. And 11 free throws for the New Zealand. That means there's more foul trouble heading the Philippines' way. As we'll see from the next slide. Rebounds about level. You see the fouls there, 9-4 in favor of the Philippines in terms of fouls committed. And enough turnovers to make all the coaching staff down there get a little nervous.
Here's a close-up look at the Haka. What a marvelous spectacle it was to the opening of the game. There it is in all of its glory. And that is the challenge that the Tall Blacks have thrown down to the Gilas Pilipinas. Gilas Pilipinas means strength and prowess. And they are so proud of their national team here in the Philippines. First time the Philippines have hosted a global basketball event since 1978 when they hosted the World Championships, now known as the World Cup. Mick, you know, we've mentioned the relationship between Henare and Baldwin. Henare played for Baldwin in 2002 at the World Cup when New Zealand really impressed the world. The World Cup then was held in Indianapolis, and New Zealand finished 4th. The USA finished 5th position on their home court. And then Henare played in the 2004 Olympics in Athens, and 2006 the World Cup. There is Paul Henare in Japan for Tab Baldwin.
And the other connection is the assistant coach Pero Cameron was named to the All-Tournament team that year, the only NBA player not to make the All-Tournament team. But, I mean, that put New Zealand basketball on the map very, very quickly, that's for sure.
Kirk Penny, the legendary Kirk Penny, and Sean Marks also played with the team.
Even Argentinian basketball will benefit from those championships.
The golden generation of the Argentines. First possession of the Philippines, a shot off the mark.
Well, everything was rosy last night, and everything was dropping. They're going to have to dig deep for this one, the Philippines here.
Abercrombie in space for the 3. That's no good. Webster hustles for the rebound. Gives it to his brother, who rises for the 3. Counter!
Yeah, nice spot. Ty Webster had his own shot. Decided to spin it on to his Corey.
Gave it to his older brother and said, shoot it, bro. Ray Parks to Romeo. Rosario. Triple weave here by the Philippines. Abercrombie gets called for the foul.
Yeah, just trying to isolate Thomas Abercrombie off the dribble. Second time Rosario's gone after him. And Blatch will come in for Aguilar. There he goes, Rosario goes in. Abercrombie can't quite resist. A little reach. There's one Webster to one Webster. How much time did Ray Parks give Corey Webster there? Enough time to set himself and drop it.
That's not the house where you want to go over and play 2-on-2 in the neighborhood. Hey, let's go play the Webster brothers in 2-on-2. No thanks. Romeo, a little shake and shimmy. Just can't open his scoring account.
Yeah, nothing dropping for him. I think Baldwin going to give him another minute or so.
New Zealand lead by 7, trying to extend it. Webster, can he make 2 threes in a row? No good. Blatch with the rebound.
How good is Andre Blatch? Defensive rebound. He goes after it. He goes after it.
Blatch with the no-pass offense and gets it to fall.
I'll tell you what, Andre Blatch needs to go to work tonight. He needs to come up with a big game. First 2 of the game there.
Blatch had 21 points in a losing effort last night against France. Look at how Romeo tries to keep Webster on the sideline. He gets called for the foul.
Just a little hand in the hip there, enough for the referee. Didn't like it. Romeo did well there, keeping away from the pick and roll. Here's the one-on-one. Here's the spin, little upsy-do move. And Robert Lowe wasn't sure where that ball was.
Good backdoor cut by Ty Webster to find space. Even better up fake. Low can shoot it. That's long. Right now, Ty Webster giving a lot of energy and effort to the Tall Blacks. Comes up with the offensive rebound.
Brian Reyes with the foul there, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Webster goes after it quicker. Pingris comes into the game. Good cheer for Pingris. Probably the leader of this team, really.
Jason Castro is the team captain. Pingris coming off the bench to try and provide a little something. Webster, the three, over Blatch, no good. Loose ball, Parks picks it up. There's a pass cross court to Romeo. Reyes. Pingris, oh, drops a guy to Ray Parks! But Thomas Abercrombie with a well-timed block.
I think Parks was looking at dunk before he got it. Abercrombie draws the foul out of Ray Parks down the other end. I thought Parks might have taken an elbow. Watch this block here from Abercrombie. Pinned it on the backboard.
He's a real jumping jack, is Thomas Abercrombie. He gets the timing perfect here.
I think Parks would see that again. He'd use his body a bit better perhaps, but right now New Zealand just have their noses in front. The Philippines, Liam, struggling to come up with that form from last night.
Let's take a break in the action from Manila.
Two defense. Terrence, Jeff. Okay? Yes. Yes, we are proactive. Right? Look, I don't know what they'll run, but know where they're.
We're inside the huddle there of the Philippines team. You heard the voice of Tab Baldwin. He says we're going to play our two defense. Mick, we anticipate that might be a zone.
Remember yesterday, Liam, they played zone and then went man after about the first or second pass. So maybe it will definitely be matchup. It'll be nothing as a static zone as a 2-3 or players in the same position. They will track people through the lane. They'll pick up man to man as he goes through the lane. There's the man to man there.
Kotu had a good seal inside, didn't get it. Ty Webster will rise for the three. That's off the mark. Ray Parks will pick up his second foul in quick succession as he fouls B.J. Anthony.
And there's your problem with a zone with a team the size of the Philippines that just mismatched underneath Vukono, I think was it, that gets that offensive rebound or causes enough damage in there to try and get the rebound. It was B.J. Anthony, he wasn't causing the problems.
End line ball for New Zealand, Abercrombie to bring it in.
Again, showing zone out of the inbounds.
Inside to Anthony, who muscles it up. It won't drop, and Blatch clears the boards for the Philippines. Blatch kicks. Extra pass to Romeo. He'll use the ball screen. Blatch drives to the basket. That won't fall. Kotu skies for the rebound. And that's a frustration foul right there by Andre Blatch, about 94 feet from the basket.
You know, New Zealand are playing him well, too. They're making him drive, making him put the ball on the floor, not giving him any open shots. And when he drives, they get getting underneath him.
Philippines, both teams really going through some scoring droughts now. Mick, the Philippines had 17 points in the first quarter. They have just 2 now. And similarly, New Zealand had 21 points in the first quarter. This is just their 4th point, not the second.
Yeah, we've seen 3 or 4 games now where the first period is kicked off and it's slowed down very quickly.
Shot is short. Romeo with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, Castro's going to come back in for Romeo. That's probably a good call too. Romeo's not lost his confidence shooting-wise.
Tough pass from Blatch, but it finds his mark in Fingers. Chan to Blatch. Who's going to shoot it? A good defense there by New Zealand as they cause the shot clock violation.
Another example there. Andre Blatch will go by his man, but he has to face somebody else's man after that. And it's a double team. It's not quite a double team, but it's a real solid show and help.
Coach Baldwin's going to call a timeout. I beg your pardon. Coach Sanari is going to call a timeout to talk things over here. And Mick, I think if you are Coach Sanari, you're pleased. Your team are up 6 right now in what are difficult circumstances in which to play.
Yeah, you can't argue with the lead, can you? Where I would really feel nervous if I was Coach Sanari is that this is not a great period for Philippines right now. They've been 2 points they've scored in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're only 6 points ahead. You know, if you're really making hay when the sun is shining, you'd be 10, 12 points ahead. But the New Zealanders can't quite seem to get their own rhythm themselves.
And they're such a team of emotion, are the Philippines, that if they start getting the momentum swinging their way and things start to fall their way, they can be explosive.
Yeah.
We saw them yesterday, 10 points up against the 5th best team in the world, and this place was rocking.
I think where Baldwin might look back at this game and say, I've left Romeo in the game 2 minutes too long, because his indecision to shoot the ball the last 2 minutes has really has left the team wanting for a threat at that position. Now getting Castro back in the game is a good play for them.
Romeo played 6
There's the
minutes
double
and didn't
team
score.
coming for Blatch. Sorry, Liam. The double team on Blatch every time he puts the ball on the floor. Romeo stuck with the ball, shot clock running out. And the red light and the screen's gone before he gets the ball away. Zone again for the Philippines.
Webster finds space between the 2 guards in the front of the zone and knocks down a 3.
Well, that was a simple screen away as well. Acres of space for Webster.
New Zealand stay in the man-to-man defense, and Isaac Fotu draws Blatch's assignment. Good block there by B.J. Anthony. Abercrombie comes up with a loose ball. Pass ahead to Webster. You could hear the words from the coaching staff from New Zealand who said, push the ball, push. Right now, Abercrombie's in all kinds of space if they can find him. And Webster absolutely dragged his pivot foot on that one.
And again, if you're Coach Polinari, yeah, the 3-pointer went down for Webster. The next offense, you turn it over. I think for the Philippines, Liam, you cannot afford to be 15 down at halftime, because this will sap the energy out of this crowd, the confidence. And they have to go in at halftime at least single digits.
It's single digits right now, 9 points, separate the 2 teams. Big possession here for Gilas Pilipinas. Blatch.
Blatch is second-guessing himself, no confidence.
Castro leads from the front, a real captain's basket there with that timely deuce as we pass the midway mark of the 2nd quarter.
And a good decision to get back in the game as well. Momentum now, listen to the crowd.
You can hear the shouts of defense, defense. Webster trying to silence the crowd. That's no good. Lowe had it momentarily. Gets it back. Abercrombie, his shot rattles in and out. And Blatch comes up with a loose ball. Now can the Philippines break?
Big man gets the rebound.
And the big man commits the foul. Robert Lowe says, I've had enough of this. I've run far enough. I'm going to commit a foul and give myself a break.
Now Blatch looks like he might be struggling. There's the last play from Castro, a little 15-footer. That's what they were missing with Romeo. As soon as Romeo was missed his first 3 or 4, the confidence had gone. Jason Castro comes in. The experience he's got goes right past Lowe.
We should mention that Blatch rolled his ankle last night in the 4th quarter against France. You wonder if that ailment hampers him. Jason Castro with another 3. He's provided 5 points off the bench. Welcome back to the game, Jason Castro. And this is exactly what the Tall Blacks don't want. The 6th man, the crowd. have entered the game. Just 4 points now between the two teams. Webster lets fly. Count it! What a big three from Ty Webster.
I think Gabe Norwood was at fault there. He ushered Andre Blatch away on the zone, matchup zone. A skip pass over the far side put people out of place. And then they couldn't recover for Webster's three. I think they need to go back man to man.
Well, Ty Webster has 9 points. Somebody's got to tell him he's still in college. Right now, he's playing like a pro here in this capacity crowd.
Crowd are going to get a foul in a minute out of this, I'm sure. They're working for it.
Castro finally loses Illy. Castro to the glass, no good. Fotu with the rebound.
Did everything right. Jason Castro did another layup he missed mine. Stay in this zone.
Shea Illy on the wing. Into Fotu in the low post. He goes hard to the rim. That's no good.
Well, that's tough as two. Norwood and Pingris just fumbling the ball between themselves. Out of bounds. Here comes Rosario back in the game.
Rosario's going to come in and take Pingris out. Illy just inside the arc, and he gets all the love he can from the rim, gets the two to fall.
Yeah,
New Zealand back to 9-point lead.
I was going to say, Liam Baldwin has to think about that defense. Too many open jump shots.
Castro, can he break down Thomas Abercrombie? Step back three from Jason Castro! Oh, Jason Castro! Over the outstretched hands of Thomas Abercrombie.
And they're going to stay in the zone too. Going to match up the whole time.
Again, the shouts of defense. Webster! Oh, Ty Webster! And he's telling Andre Blatch all about it. He says, maybe you played in the NBA for 10 years, but I'm going right at you.
You know, you get that pick and roll against the zone. If you do not help with the other guard, you expose the big man. Blatch gets exposed. And Webster's too quick for the big man.
Well, Ty Webster has 11 points for the Tall Blacks. Jason Castro has 11 points for Gilas Pilipinas. And we're looking eyeball to eyeball with Coach Tom Baldwin.
Play soft on him. Okay? Not a shooter. Ryan, good job. Hey, Coach. No. Sit up. We're going attack, okay? I want blurs and back doors. Every time we dribble at the corner, back door, Troy, teeing up. Got it? Okay? Quick. All right? Every time we want to go this way, I want to blur, do a handoff over here. Maybe it's a back door here and tee up. Okay?
The problem is, Liam, it's not the offense that's killing them. Look, here's the pick and roll. Castro has to come and help. Blatch gets exposed one-on-one with Ty Webster. That's a no match as far as speed's concerned. Step back here for Castro. How difficult a tough shot is that, really? Abercrombie with extension to die for in terms of his length.
Well, Abercrombie stands close to 2 meters, too. He's a long player with long arms. And we heard Coach Baldwin, Mick, who said, be soft on him. He's not a shooter. He must be referring to Ty Webster because he's so quick on the dribble drive. Ty Webster stepped out of the game now. Relieved by his brother. Abercrombie trying to force a 5-second call. Tough drive.
Oh. Ryan Ray's off the bench there. Tough move. He came in for Jeff Chan. Now they're going to go back man to man. It's a good move. You got to play a mano-mano.
They issued the challenge with the Haka. Did the Tall Blacks? Can the Filipinos rise to that challenge? They're going man-to-man. The shot by Abercrombie strikes the back of the rim.
All of a sudden, those jump shots, a bit more pressure on them.
Castro wants to clear out. Castro to Reyes. Reyes, that's a deep three! And it's strong off the backboard.
Too deep.
He's a little bit out of his range. We haven't seen Randall de Ocampo yet for the Philippines. He's a three-point shooter. Speaking of which, Fotu, can he knock one down? He can.
Yeah, that's the toughest pick and roll to guard, the pick and pop. Who's going to come up and play it?
New Zealand reestablished that 9-point cushion. My partner says the Philippines have got to stay within double digits. And Jason Castro, he heard the whistle. When you hear the whistle, throw the ball up at the rim and try to get yourself a trip to the line. Instead, Castro with a dish to Blatch.
Yeah, he's trying to kid the referee into thinking it was a pass. There's the pick and pop. Nobody can recover. Rosario tries to get there, but maybe it might have been better Castro get in there. Beautiful rotation there from Isaac Fotu. Blatch yet to be a factor, Liam. Here he is, maybe.
Well, he heard you. And he steps up to the test. Coach Hanari wants a timeout. 53 seconds left. Mick, is this, I always ask you this question. I always get a different answer from you, but is this 2-for-1 territory? Are New Zealand looking for 2 possessions to 1 to the Philippines as they close out this half?
This is probably about right, 2-for-1, but even if you go 2-for-1, 5 seconds, there's going to be maybe another 3 offenses left. Maybe you're not quite there yet.
Weak side wing here, right? And they're going away from you.
And New Zealand's not going to rush anything here, Liam. There's no way I can see them wanting to rush anything.
We can't allow a pick and pop and a guy wide open with nothing. All right? Yeah, let's go. And we cannot slice Webster when the screen is here. Can't slice him. We got to go over. He's popping, so stun it or switch it. Let's go. Let's get back to what we do. All right? Hey, right.
Here's Blatch's one contribution as far as finesse. Got that ability to that soft touch from anywhere on the floor. He's fun to watch now. Imagine what he was like in high school. I think he averaged about 27 points and 16 rebounds in high school ball. No wonder he went straight to the NBA. He was a man amongst boys probably back in the day, Andre Blatch.
I think I'm right in saying he's still just 29 years old, so he's got a lot of miles on the clock. He's still relatively young. Here we are now. New Zealand come out, and it's the zone again from the Philippines. Nice backdoor cut. Pretty play! Webster couldn't finish. There's the first possession for New Zealand. Blatch, what's he got for us? Trying to break down low. Oh, drops a dime! And Norwood travels. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now New Zealand with 25 seconds left. They lead by 7. Mick, do they milk the clock to get the last shot here?
Are you telling me or asking me?
Well, I'm just checking your knowledge because let me answer my own question.
That's a tough call. I still think that's a tough call.
Oh, to me, that's definitely a travel.
Split second between that and travel.
That was my initial reaction when I saw it. So New Zealand will try to get the last shot here. Just a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Well, get the hand out of the big guy. If you want the last shot, give it to a guard. Webster, tough shot. He got it off just in time. And that'll bring the first half to a close. So New Zealand will be pleased with the first 20 minutes of basketball. They lead here by 7 points in front of a capacity crowd in the Mall of Asia Arena. There's your score at halftime. The Tall Blacks of New Zealand, 38. Gilas Filipinas, 31.
I'll tell you what, if you're Coach Tab Baldwin going into halftime, you're happy because you could quite easily have been more than 7 down, 15 down maybe. Look at the numbers there, 38%, 42%. They're actually shooting better outside the three-point line than they are inside the three-point line. Rebounding for New Zealand has been very, very solid. They've cleaned up most of the mess that's gone on their own bucket. And 9 turnovers for the Philippines has been a real sorry tale for them. Second period for both teams really pretty miserable in terms of scoring. Webster, top rebounds, top points. And Jason Castro, Jason Williams, he's known in his passport, leading the way for the Philippines.
Well, with 7 points separating the two teams, we'll take a break here at halftime from Manila. Come back and join us in about 10 minutes for continuing coverage of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament of 2016. Well, welcome back to Manila, or Mabuhay, as they say in this part of the world. It's halftime here in the evening affair between the hosts, the Philippines, And the visitors, New Zealand, in the Battle of the Pacific. Right now, the Tall Blacks of New Zealand lead the home team by 7 points. It's 38-31 at halftime. And Mick, you and I were saying just before we broke that I think both teams will be relatively pleased. The Kiwis can be pleased that they have a lead and they've weathered this atmosphere. By contrast, although the Philippines are behind, they really struggled to score for a long period of that second quarter, and yet they're still in touch, just 7 points behind.
Yeah, exactly right, Liam. I think 5 minutes of this game, this second half, comes now as the biggest 5 minutes of this Philippine tournament. Really, you know, if they were to lose two, they're out of it. No semi-final, no consolation stuff. This is it. 20 minutes to go, do or die. You're 7 down to a very, very, I wouldn't say a very good team, but they're very, very tough mentally, and that's going to be hard to break down. They had New Zealand's themselves in Lithuania and Latvia had a tough baptism of fire in the Baltics, and they've come back ready and hardened, if you will, with those losses, and some quite heavy losses too.
Yeah, New Zealand lost 77-54 to Latvia in Riga, and they went across the border to Vilnius and they lost 88-58, although Corey Webster didn't play in one of those games. So you're right, they came here to the Philippines, if you like, with their tail between their legs. But they have stood tall here in this first half. Just to set the scene, it is a capacity crowd here in the Mall of Asia Arena, close to 20,000 fans. And it is a do-or-die scenario for the Philippines. If they do not win this game, they are out of the competition. By contrast, if New Zealand win, although they have one more game to play against France, they qualify for the semis. So, if you like, Nick, New Zealand are also backed into a corner of their own, because you don't really want to go into the France game playing the 5th best team in the world having to win.
That's a good question. I wouldn't worry about that too much. I think a win means they're in the semi-finals. I think they'd have taken that coming into the tournament, given that Turkey and France are ahead of them, and Canada as well in terms of toughness, or in terms of world rankings possibly. So I think a semi-finals with either of these two teams will be a successful journey. And then you take what you get after that.
New Zealand ranked 21st in the world according to the FIBA rankings, and the Philippines 28th in the world. You can throw the rankings out the window once the ball goes in the air. It's all about heart, character, execution here. Tall Blacks come out with the Webster brothers, Abercrombie, Vukana, and Futu. Ty Webster, the leading scorer in the first half of the Philippines. His little baby Jay's off the mark. Look at the fighting spirit of the Tall Blacks. Shot on the way, and the three is good. Great start for New Zealand.
That's some lazy rebounding there by Blatch. Oh, look at this play as well. Turnover. What a poor start this is.
Futu, he'll give it to Abercrombie. He was all by himself off the mark.
Well, the Tall Black bench was off the... They're all standing up on that three. If that had gone down.
Blatch powers it up and draws the foul on Abercrombie, who looks up to see the license plate of the truck that just ran him over.
Yeah, it's a soft foul to give up, too. I think if he'd held his ground a bit better, he might have perhaps given himself a chance. Look at, there's the first turnover. Fotu looks around and says, who's with me? The team is.
The Philippines come out with Fajardo, Blatch, Castro, Norwood, and Chan. Chan had an outstanding start to this game. Made 3 threes in the first quarter. Blatch misses the second free throw.
Yeah, they need to get stops here. Defensive stops for the Philippines.
New Zealand lead by 9, make that 11. That is their largest lead of the game on what was an easy basket for Corey Webster. Remember, though, that the Philippines played France tough in their opening game. There's plenty of fight in this.
Yeah, much better basketball there. Andre Blatch, the architect of that one.
Ty Webster, another easy lay-in. And right now, Mick, New Zealand just getting to the rim a little too easily if you're a Filipino fan.
Taking a foul on New Zealand for delay of game.
Wow, the ball goes through the hoop, somebody touches it. I thought you need a warning first. We must have missed a warning. You can see Vucona. Can't believe what's going on. Here's the play here from Castro to Fajardo.
Just to let viewers know, there's been a technical foul assessed against New Zealand. They tapped the ball as it came through the hoop, and the referees deemed that an attempt to delay the game.
Well,
usually there's a warning, though, yeah.
And we must have missed the warning. Vucona must have done it because the camera's gone to him. I didn't see it myself. Ty Webster laid up. Big chance here for Philippines, perhaps. Bit of momentum.
Blatch. Oh, he just glides to the basket and shows his mobility.
Well, there's been help side every time he's put the ball on the floor. That time, nothing. Here they come.
Webster inserts to Vucona. They'll try to pass from there. Futu lets fly with another three, and it's good! Oh, he silences the crowd.
That's all right. You know what? I think the crowd are into this right now. It's just a matter of time. New Zealand will go off the boil. Philippines will get their chances.
Isaac Futu with a baker's dozen, 13 points. Castro, he can't respond. Here's Webster. Ty Webster, look away past the Futu. Throws it inside to the captain.
It's a soft call, but the referees have got Fajardo just reaching over the back as Vucona touched the pass in the low post. Here's the pass back, Webster back to Futu, who's got the hot hand, that's for sure.
Corey Webster inserts the ball to the post. And a strong power drive by the skipper. He lays it up and in.
Way too easy. Look at the score, 13 points now. New Zealand got everything.
The largest lead that the Tall Blacks have had. Baldwin goes down his bench and grabs Rosario, sends him to the scorer's table. Fajardo, his little runner, drops.
Interesting that Castro put his hand on his head to call a play, and Hanari looked down to his assistant and said, what play is that?
Webster's going to get caught in travel here.
Only takes a 5-point turnaround from here, this 11, and this crowd will just rise as one with the momentum.
Blatch wants the ball in a low spot. He's going to draw the double team. Can he pass on him? Into Fajardo. Fajardo bags. Powers it up for one ball.
Good look for the Philippines. Nice look for Fajardo. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Webster stops the drops the shot. Philippines reestablish their largest lead of 13 as you look at the New Zealand bench. Castro gets called for the travel here.
Nothing going the Philippines' way right now, but you know what? You better have it this way now in the second half than late in the game.
Yeah, still plenty of time for the Philippines to get back in this game.
They're all smiles in that New Zealand bench. They think it's just a matter of playing timeout. I think there's a sting in the tail of this one.
You should just go ask the French, because the Philippines came back against France and got it down to 4 points to deficit. Webster, his shot no good. There's 4 points in the last minute of the fourth quarter. Philippines had a chance to win that. Castro, reverse layup, no good. Fajardo! Oh, Fajardo had one.
Liam's a substitution coming in right now. Romeo coming in. Norwood out. They're going double pick and roll. There's the play from Fajardo with the and one. Castro with a beautiful move. What a rebound that is from Juma Fajardo.
Well, Mick, is Terrence Romeo on a short leash here? He didn't produce in the first half.
Yeah, but he didn't have Castro with him. That's the key here. Less pressure on him here. They're going double point guard. Just trying to mix up the speed action. Maybe a bit of press.
Fajardo going to try and tack on the and one. Jinmar Fajardo plays for the San Miguel club.
Very, very fortunate there, Isaac Photo. He didn't touch the ball, because that would have been a 2 points. Gilly's in the game for New Zealand. Shaley on the 3.
Webster backdoor cut and scores. Pretty play by the Tall Blacks.
Well, the Philippine defense getting caught back door. Their famous play themselves.
There's Romeo now. They'll give it to Fajardo. Fajardo's going to back down. Powered up. Just missed a little baby J. A positive play by Jinmar Fajardo.
Well, you know what? This is back to basics, isn't it? You haven't seen any post move in all 4 games we've seen. And now they just dropped it in. There's the back door from Ty Webster. Just taking Justin Castro by surprise, really. Crowd upset with Ty Webster getting into the lane, trying to put Jinmar Fajardo off.
Well, Ty Webster now has drawn the attention of this Filipino crowd. You don't want to do that. Tony Parker was booed every time he touched the ball last night.
Unfairly, too. How can you boo a legend?
Yeah, he's such a gentleman, isn't he? But to be fair to the crowd, at times, when he made good plays, they recognized.
You're a big fan of Tony Parker's, Liam, aren't you?
I am a big fan of Tony Parker. You know, he's a class act and represents his country well. Fajardo makes the free throws. Unfortunately, he doesn't play for the Celtics.
You never know. Deadline date's not over yet.
I can always hope. We're not in Boston right now. We're in Manila. We're in the Pearl of the Orient, in the Filipino Archipelago. Romeo with a steal! Oh, Terrence Romeo! And now the warning goes to the Philippine team. Don't touch the basketball when it comes through.
I don't think he did much. All he did was run across Abercrombie.
Oh my heavens, it is loud. Another backdoor cut. Bartlett couldn't finish. Romeo thought about a 3. Blatch travel. Oh, Blatch is going to get called for an offensive charge here.
And the jump shot, got to take the jump shot. How many threes did he turn down today? He's got to shoot one of them. He's got Jinmar Fajardo there. There's the 3, take it. Put the ball on the floor, you risk that.
Well, kudos to Shea Illy, who put his body on the line.
Beautiful camera work there.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful images.
Romeo comes up with his first 2 of the game. Ryan Reyes has come in for Jeff Chan, who takes a break.
Jeff Chan's been quiet this half. Corey Webster in the game for the Tall Blacks. Bartlett to Lowe. Oh, pretty play. Another deep basket cut. Backdoor cut by New Zealand.
That's what nicely worked. High post comes up, just rubs off Bobby Ray Parks.
It's a 4th backdoor cut for the Tall Blacks. Blatch makes it a low post.
You know, Blatch has gotten a move. He's such a wily player. The Tall Black defense needs a baseline runner to come over and help. And it didn't come over in time. That's why Abercrombie's coming in. Defense let down. Look at this. Lowe's expecting help. Comes over way too late.
There's the deep basket cut for the Tall Blacks. Bartlett, who scores it, he comes out now.
And the good that Bartlett did down one end, he couldn't quite manage it defensively. He sits down for his sins.
7 points separate the 2 teams. What an atmosphere in the cauldron of competition here in the Mall of Asia Arena. Corey Webster runs into Andre Blatch. Ray Parks comes up with a loose ball.
Wow, you can hardly hear the whistle.
I thought it was a travel. I thought Parks dragged his pivot foot.
Well, he slipped, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether Abercrombie actually touched him, but there's so much pressure here. You can make your own mind up here. The ball's playing tippy-tap here. Blatch has got to grab this. There's the travel, as you said.
Yeah.
Abercrombie did reach.
There's not a lot of contact there, though, is there? So Ray Parks will step to the free throw line. Played for the Texas Legends in the NBA Development League last year. Played some summer league with the Dallas Mavericks. Son of an American who came over to play his professional basketball here in the Philippines.
Yeah, sadly passed away 2013, I think it was. A legend here.
So now the difference is 6, just 2 possessions. Webster with a deep 3. Webster showing some guts and courage. Knocks down a deep 3 and reestablishes the 9-point lead.
Big time shot from Corey Webster. Where's the response now?
Webster has 17. Parks trying to find space. Romeo, that's a little too strong. And the ball didn't strike the rim, so it's a shot clock violation.
Romeo getting threatened with a technical for simulation, kicking out on the jump shot, Liam. Terrence Romeo took the jump shot in the corner. He kicked out to simulate a foul. Just getting warned about it. That's what the referee talked to Baldwin on the sidelines here.
You can hear what the fans think about it. Great defense by Parks as he unsettles Corey Webster. Here's Webster on the down screen. It's a moving screen on B.J. Anthony.
That was as perfect an offense as you'll get because the ball hit the back of the net too. Just a slight move on the screen. I mean, that was a speedy offense right there. Look, now see number 11, and just, oh my goodness me, you
doesn't
can't
even
do that.
need to move,
no.
Really.
Parks was trailing in the wake all the way.
He's wide enough body as it is for B.J. Anthony to create the space, but it is a foul. There's Rosario in the game. Ryan Reyes lets fly, that brings out. Robert Lowe's on the floor with Fajardo. Shea Illy's played very composed, provided good minutes off the bench for the Tall Blacks. Here's Lowe in the low post. Now he needs to power it up. He'll kick it. Extra pass. Around the horn to Lowe. Shot clock at 5. Robert Lowe! Well, I thought Lowe was a little bit too unselfish at one stage, but great team basketball by the Tall Blacks.
I think he looked at the shot clock very quickly as he caught it. Saw 5 up there. Knew full well he had a drive, but to close out, you got to expect a drive too. Especially with some of their size of Lowe, you can't let him go by you that easily. Good move to bring Blatch back in too.
Yeah, Lowe stands 2 meters 10. Missed the first free throw. Just signed a new contract to join the Sky City New Zealand Breakers, a New Zealand club that play in the Australian National Basketball League. Each 1 of 2. So 10 points now. Plenty of time for Gilas Filipinas to get back in this. Blatch back in the game. Romeo.
Too much pressure on that jump shot.
Yeah. You wonder how much longer Baldwin will persist with him. Webster's so quick. Turns it over. Now, speaking of quick, here's Romeo. Blatch. Oh, Blatch has a clean look. Well, we didn't see Blatch turn down those threes last night. Ryan Reyes. That's a tough pass. Somehow it gets to Ray Parks. No good. Blatch!
What a mess. What a mess that was. Blatch had an isolation one-on-one. If he'd taken his time, maybe he got a good shot. Ryan Reyes gets out of control. Has a layup and decides to pass it. Ray Parks goes over the top, and luckily Blatch is on the end of it.
You know, Mick, has Jeff Chan become the forgotten man here? He had that fantastic start, 9 points. He's played 19 minutes, hasn't really played this quarter.
It depends what you want. I think Baldwin wants defense first and foremost. He knows he's got shooters all over the shop. He needs to get stopped. I think he needs Castro in the game more than Romeo right now, but he can probably waste these 40 seconds with Romeo out there. And he'll start the fourth quarter with Castro back in.
Just 2 personal fouls on Jason Castro. Nobody in real foul trouble for the Philippines. Kona has 4 for the Tall Blacks. Low, he can really shoot it. Missed it. He's a step away, big man who has a good touch. Speaking of big men with good touches, here's Blatch. Blatch draws the foul.
That's nice play for Andre Blatch, straight to the free throw line. 5 team fouls, way above the limit.
Blatch 3 for 5 from the line today. He's 11 points. Blatch plays professionally in China.
They're going to bring him out on the second free throw here. Mark Pingras is going to replace him. Probably a good move too.
Just gives him an extended break, doesn't it, and preserves fouls.
Basket was good. He's looking around to see what the violation was. I think somebody went in too early.
Robert Lowe was in a bit early, I think, for the Tall Blacks. So Blatch will get a little bit of an extra break here as we get ready to bring this third quarter to a close. 22 seconds left on the clock for New Zealand to try to extend their lead. They have led by as many as 13. Corey Webster. And the foul here, I think it's going to be on Troy Rosario. It's just the 4th team foul on the Philippines, so excellent defensive discipline by the Philippines. They're not yet in the penalty. 5 seconds to go in the quarter.
I'd say 2 here for the New Zealanders will really be a dagger in the heart, as well as the Philippines have played this third period.
Everhard Bartlett reverses to Webster. Perfect execution by the Kiwis. Why didn't Webster shoot it? Nick Ty Webster had a clean look at it. They ran the half-court play perfectly. Ty Webster flared out here on the wing with a clean look and chose to put it on the floor. Well, is that an opportunity missed that the Tall Blacks will rue later on? At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's the Tall Blacks of New Zealand 60, the Philippines 53.
Well, you look at those statistics there. Philippines now 5 of 15 from the three-point line, 7 of 21 New Zealand. They really lit it up this third period. They've responded too. Rebounding just about even, assists in favor of New Zealand. You just see where the turnovers are after that second half debacle. First half debacle, 12-10. That's not bad. It equalizes a little self a bit more.
The Philippines had 9 turnovers at halftime.
I think, again, as poorly as the Philippines have played, Liam, maybe more than happy would be 7 down once again at the end of 3. It's interesting to see Jeff Chan. Looks like he will start that fourth period. I presume Castro's going to come back in.
You're looking at some images from action throughout this one. Stay with us throughout the week here in Manila as we bring you coverage of the 2016 FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. There's 6 teams who are here. Turkey, Canada, and Senegal comprise Group A. And this is Group B. New Zealand, the Philippines, and France rounds out the group. France won last night against the hosts by the score of 93-84. And so, again, just to remind the viewers, this is a do or die, a no tomorrow scenario for the Philippines. They must win to have any chance to advance to the semifinals. And I think that young lady probably knows it. Everybody in the arena knows it. Such a knowledgeable population about basketball. We were talking to a Filipino native who said the measure of progress amongst all the islands here is whether or not there's a basketball court that's in good condition. He said the town hall can be run down, the schools can be run down, as long as the basketball court is in good condition.
Right. Castro on the bench, Liam. It's Romeo to start.
Well, all of the people in this archipelago of 7,000 islands and all of the towns, the cities, and the barangays, their eyes are on Gilas Pilipinas. Can they conjure a win here against the Tall Blacks? Romeo. Ray Parks. Ray Parks missed the baseline drive.
Yeah, you got to make them. You got to make them. He created everything for himself, the space, the body movement.
The Tall Blacks come out with the Webster brothers, Abercrombie, Lowe, and Putu. Corey Webster in space. That's wayward. Now, can the Philippines turn it into points? The Philippines have Rosario, Blatch, Romeo, Chan, and Parks. Blatch is going to try and hand off here to Parks. Chan. Smart play here by Jeff Chan.
Beautiful work. Is Castro in the game now? I don't know why he's doing it after 54 seconds. This should have happened at the start of the fourth period.
Well, it looks like Castro is going to come in for Jeff Chan.
Possibly right. But again, it begs the question, why now? What's happened now that didn't happen 54 seconds ago?
We'll see what type of a teammate Jeff Chan is. Is he going to knock down the second free throw and send himself to the bench, or will he miss and try and get a bit more court time? That is your answer.
You insult the professionality of Jeff Chan right there.
Listen, who wouldn't want to play in an atmosphere like this?
Romeo out. Again.
Oh, it's Romeo who comes out. All of the hearts and souls of the audience here.
Oh.
Shout defense, the last touch off a New Zealand hand.
Did Andre Black sell that one to the referee, or did it actually happen? Either way, it doesn't matter now, does it?
Blatch traveled, gets away with it. Parks in the corner, Blatch the elbow. Now he goes at Putu.
He's knocking everybody over in sight. Lowe's gonna smack to the cheeks.
Well, Blatch had another wide open look from the elbow and chose not to shoot it. Shot clock at 11. Blatch. Now he'll shoot a deep three. That's good. Nothing but nylon. Well, look at the atmosphere here in the Mall of Asia Arena. Coach Paul Henare wants a timeout. We'll take a break in the action here from Manila. Manila. It is atmospheric here in the Mall of Asia Arena. The shout of Laban Pilipinas Puso resounded throughout the arena during the timeout, which means fight Philippines with all of your heart. What was a 13-point lead at one stage in this game has dissipated. New Zealand lead by only a bucket. Good timeout by Coach Hanari. Webster lost it. Who got it? Andre Blatch gets on the floor after it. Well, Mick, the word in Filipino, puso, means heart, and Andre Blatch showing a lot of heart here as he dives on the floor after a loose ball.
You know what? He may not be the quickest, but when that body goes down, your hands go with the ball. Everything goes on that ball. That is outstanding work from Andre Blatch.
You can't see right now. It's out of your picture, but Tab Baldwin's at the scorer's table. He's trying to say that the third quarter possession.
Yeah, that body goes down, and Webster's got no chance. Like a rugby scrum there.
The rugby scrum, only one person's going to come up with it, and that's going to be a New Zealander, that's for sure. So the referees have assured Coach Baldwin that it is New Zealand ball.
Zone for the Philippines, matchup zone.
Abercrombie kicks, Ty Webster, mid-range jumper, in and out. Foot with a big rebound, and Jeff Chan commits the foul.
So this is where Ryan Reyes is a better defensive product for the Philippines than Jeff Chan. Reyes is a bit bigger, a bit sturdier. Here you see number 6 in the center of your screen. Just gets moved out of the way by Fatu. Jeff Chan just holding onto his arm, really.
That's a tough shot from Abercrombie, but he makes it.
Wow. Tough shot to take, tough shot to make.
Abercrombie, 6 points so far tonight. He gets hung up on the screen right now. No, it's Robert Lowe, I beg your pardon. It's called for the foul.
And not much Lowe could do about it, but I think once he started using his body on the smaller player. Let's have a look here. There's Abercrombie's shot.
15 seconds to shoot.
15 seconds on the shot clock here now for the Philippines to operate. Norwood in the game. Blatch. Blatch goes at low. Blatch just a little bit too quick.
Too easy. Great play from Blatch again.
Abercrombie, the teardrop shot, no good. Norwood with the loose ball, comes up with it.
Norwood's got to go, Liam.
Here's Blatch, is he going to go at low again? Going to try and break down low, step back three, strikes the front of the rim. And there are some serious groans here in the arena.
That was the shot to bring the house down, that's for sure. Way too much time left in this game. Oh, a tough move, Ty Webster. All the way to the hoop. Tough move. Rosario picks up the foul. Look at this play, up and down one way. There's the crossover. Was it a 3-step play? 1, 2. No, beautiful.
Just a quality move there by Ty Webster.
That's a good move. Good rebounding move here. Jumar Follado back in. Rosario out. You're not going to lose much as far as speed's concerned.
Ty Webster with 17 points and 9 rebounds.
Blood foul, blood substitution coming up here. I think Blatch has got some blood on his wrist. The referees are making it come out. The right wrist is the one that's the offending wrist. They'll get that patched up pretty quickly.
Be some tape's going to go around that real quick. And he has to come out now.
I tell you, these referees are so eagle-eyed. There's Dale Campo coming in, Liam. Big cheer from the fans.
It's his first minute of action. It's a big ask to come in off the bench, ice cold, come into the fourth quarter in effectively an elimination game. Try to have an influence. Everyone in their houses in the Philippines are screaming at the physio to patch Blatch up and get him back in there. They love their boxing in this part of the world. Right now, Blatch is in the corner. Needs a good corner man.
He doesn't. He's up.
He's ready
to go. Dale Campo may not even get a touch of the ball.
Norwood. Dale Campo, there's his first touch. He can shoot it. Castro wants the ball, screen from Fajardo. Here's Dale Campo. That's a brave man to shoot that. And he missed. Futu powers it up and in. And he welcomes Dale Campo to the game. Baldwin's going to burn a timeout here as New Zealand, whose lead went all the way down from 13-2, have reestablished a 7-point lead. And the Tall Blacks showing all kinds of guts and all kinds of character here in Manila.
Well, how costly was that blood substitution, because Dale Campo's man was the one that scored. It was Isaac Fotu. He's on the floor, injured. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
All right, look, you got to take down the ball now. Right, you're in the 5 slot. Junmar 4 slot. We're running slow. We're running slow. Okay? Let's do it. Jay, make sure you...
Now it's the physio for the Tall Blacks. Turn to try and patch up.
Well, Webster's getting his legs done too. There's a lot of cramp out there. This atmosphere is really telling for these Tall Black players.
Powerful move there from Isaac. Lays it up and in. Well, if he can play, he'll get back in there. There's no doubt about it. Right now, he's just getting a little break down the end of the bench to our right. There's Coach Hanari. Vukona back in for New Zealand. Remember, Vukona has those 4 fouls. So New Zealand with some pressure up the floor. Castro, guarded by Shea Illy. Shea Illy is hanging with him. Shea Illy causing all kinds of havoc. Chad, can he make another 3? In and out. Well, the ball struck every bit of the basket except for the bottom.
Yeah, Juma Fiano did so well there. Kept the ball bobbing live off of New Zealand the last of all. Tough shot for Chan to take, and he almost dropped it too. He needs some big shots right now.
Castro's layup attempt is blocked. Blatch gonna set a ball screen, pick and pop, he's wide open. He'll go by right down Main Street, laid up and in. Andre Blatch. He got Robert Lowe off his feet.
Referee shaking his head, no foul, Blatch throwing it.
Abercrombie up and down screen, gives it back to Illy. Now he'll run up. Another screen here for Lowe. Good movement by Abercrombie. He'll let fly. That is pure. Thomas Abercrombie with a timely 3 for the Tall Blacks to push the lead to 8.
He has shot well this fourth quarter. That is just impressive.
Blocking foul here against Robert Lowe.
Yeah, you're talking about defensive skills for these big men in this tournament. They've never had to use before. Big men like Blatch going at it. Here's the catch and shoot from Abercrombie. Just solid work from the big fella.
Now this will cause a headache for Coach Hanari because Robert Lowe has just picked up his 4th foul. Vukona has 4. So Lowe comes out. Corey Webster comes out.
And they've got to go Isaac Fotu here. Maybe an injury in that left calf. Maybe posting up the big man.
Speaking of big man, it's Blatch to Fajardo. He got away with a little travel, lost the ball. Blatt's going to step into a three-point shot. It's good! Andre Blatch has 23 points.
What a performance. You always got to worry. Big man plants himself in the three-point line, but no worries with Blatch.
Speaking of threes, Abercrombie going to make back-to-back threes. That's off the mark. Blatch with a defensive rebound. Now he leads the break. Castro. Oh, what a block by Haka!
Rosario's got to protect it better than that. He goes up strong, but he holds the ball out to be blocked.
Well, great timing by the captain. He looks like a boxer. Looks like his eye's been patched up. Blatch, the runner, no good. Norwood from the elbow. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. Gives it to Blatch. Castro in the lane. No good. Bodies on the floor. Webster, numbers here. It's a 3-on-1 for New Zealand. Illy, the photo. Finish. Well, great break by the Kiwis.
And Blatch is struggling down, injured.
It's quite a contest as Vukona and Blatch are looking at each other like two heavyweights who are in the 13th round. Castro, no good. And now Ty Webster slows things down here for the Tall Blacks.
Boulder needs another timeout, Liam, especially if they score.
Oh,
here.
backdoor cut to Abercrombie with a two-handed flush. What a great pass to Abercrombie, and he does the rest. And New Zealand, Mick, they're just full of character. They now lead by 9 points. They execute their stuff. They get great shots. They make big shots. And they play with their heart on defense.
Yeah, I think the problem is more the fact that Philippines have to work hard every time to score. You know, nothing's easy for them, really, against a team like this that plays hard defensively.
That looked too much like we're giving up, all right? Still got to play better than before, tough. That's where they're hurting us down there. All right? We're okay down at this end. Play defense. Come on.
And Baldwin's just identifying one thing, playing defense softly. You play hard on offense, and you give it up so easy on a backdoor cut for Abercrombie. Nobody picks him up. And just what you didn't want when you're struggling to score, give up an easy two.
That was the same problem the Philippines had last night, Mick. They scored 83 points against France, but they gave up 94.
See, look at this. Abercrombie ball watching left, right, and center. A dunk for Abercrombie in the back door. No way. That should be happening at this stage of the game. See, nobody's got an idea. Nobody's got a clue who's guarding him.
Just a deep basket cut. Abercrombie recognized he wasn't guarded and showed hands. And a great pass there by Isaac Futu. His third assist on the night. Now big possession here for the Philippines. Look at the defense of Shea Illy. They call Jason Castro the blur, and Illy's hanging with him. Blatch spilled it. Another big turnover from Blatch. A 2-on-1. The Webster brothers are going to the basket. Ty lays it up and in. Well, Blatch had a crucial turnover against France last night. And another one here as blights what's been a good game for him. Fajardo wants it in the low post.
That's exactly where they got to get the ball. While Blatch is struggling, got his hands on his knees, they've got to feed the bear inside, get that ball down to Jumar Fajardo.
Now the fourth foul on Isaac Futu.
They'll come out. Lowe comes in very, very quickly.
Lowe has 4. Vukona has 4. Abercrombie steals it. And Abercrombie finish in transition. He can. Well, Mick, that very may well may seal it for New Zealand. They reestablish their 13-point lead. It's a long way back now for the Philippines. Castro to the corner. Rosario. Oh, Rosario the Tall Blacks are in no hurry. They want to take precious seconds off the clock. Corey Webster, baseline jump shot, good.
Yeah, just going through the motions right now. New Zealand just ticking through their offense.
They're
Dropping a few
methodical,
jump shots. They're not too far away.
disciplined. They lead by 12. Rosario with another three, no good. Latch, he'll step into a three. Count it! Right now, the Philippines are trading twos for threes. Clock stops in the last 2 minutes as New Zealand bring in a substitute. Romeo will step in for the Philippines. They're bringing the smaller lineup in here as Rosario checks out. Webster's looking to the bench to get the play call.
He's just looking for defensive pressure right now. It's not there. And time is running out for the Philippine team. I'm not sure they believe right now they can win this game. They believe they can play hard. And they always will to the end, but I'm not sure they can believe they can pull it off.
There is still time.
They need to stop here.
Webster wipes the perspiration off the basketball. Might have got away with a little travel. Pass inside. What a delightful pass to Bukana. Couldn't finish. Blatch and a three. No good. And the Tall Blacks come up with a loose ball. You know, Shea Illy has done a lot of little things for this team. Played good defense. Got his hands on that loose ball there. Mick, the Philippines have got fouls to give. They got to start using them up now.
Don't want to foul
Not
now,
now.
though.
Shot clock's to 4. Well, the Philippines really have lost their way. They had only committed 2 fouls when New Zealand got the ball across half court, and somebody needs to know right away, bang, got to commit a quick foul.
Yeah, good work from Ty Webster. Didn't settle for a little jump shot going against Blatch. Decided to just cross him over, make him reach in.
Well, now the problem is with the foul, it happens with only 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Webster's in the act of shooting, right? So not a great foul. Webster makes the free throw. He's arguably the man of the match. 21 points, 10 rebounds. That's your point guard with a double-double. And it's not assists, it's rebounds.
Yeah, he's been solid, hasn't he? Him and both of them really, Corey and Ty. But, you know, hats off to all of them. You know, Abercrombie's played tough. I think Lowe in the defense and Fatu defense on Andre Blatch, who has 26 himself.
The Tall Blacks have got 4 scorers in double digits. Ty Webster, Corey Webster. Ty has 22, Corey 19, Abercrombie 13, and Isaac Fatu 17.
I think questions will be asked about that three-pointer from Blatch on the end of the fast break. That was not the shot they wanted. They could have got an easier, a better shot 5 or 10 seconds later and put more pressure on the New Zealanders. But as it was, it's back to 11.
See, you're going through. Troy, you come down. Pick up Dre's man. Leak out late, Dre.
Just come together on the switches. Hey, on a miss, bring it up and space the floor and go thumb spacing. On a score, I'm going to get a timeout. All right?
If your man doubles, follow your man. Hey, aware of hammer action.
Here's a jump shot here from Corey Webster. Just going through the motions of this offense. Very slick, very well oiled. And the inbound pass to Abercrombie. Couldn't believe his luck, I think.
Still had some work to do and finished in style. If you are New Zealand here, now you do not want to foul. You want seconds coming off the clock. Kiwis have got 2 fouls to give, but again,
Well, you just want to play hard. You just need to play hard defensively here.
There's Blash for the three. Now we'll go in the lane. Stripped. And that's the 5th foul on Fukona. And it's a shooting foul, more importantly. Andre Blash, that's the skipper kind of losing his head there a little bit. You'd almost rather give up the 2 and then to send a shooter to the line. It allows the Philippines to tack points on the board while the clock is stopped.
I think you'd rather have the free throws, wouldn't you? Make him prove it. The 2 stops the clock anyway.
Of course, that's right. In the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter, a basket will stop the clock.
I think good coaching would say, just don't reach. We'll just play solid. You get underneath him. You've been underneath him all night. When he drives, get underneath him again.
Blash makes it 1 of 2, so it proves to be a good foul. Who touched it last?
That might be white ball. It is. I think I'm looking at the monitor, Liam. I think this is white ball.
Well, Tab Baldwin is out of timeouts, so he could actually use this time as he is wisely to manage his team a little bit. He'll get a free timeout here, as will Coach Hinare, as the referees look at the monitor.
They will, as long as the players stay on the floor. That's the rule, isn't it?
Yeah, players must stay on the floor. That's Coach Baldwin right now. He's got 2 subs who are going to come in. The subs have to go to the scorer's table.
You know, this should be shown on the live screen, I think, as well. You know, this slow motion they're looking at, that would make it fairly clear to everybody in the gym what's going on.
So Coach Baldwin is, the reason he's looking to his right, he's talking to the 2 substitutes who are getting ready to come into the game, as well as those players who are still on the floor. Here's Coach Hinare. So the disciple very well may get a win over the master here. The next 41 seconds will tell us.
Philippines are assuming it's their ball. It's not. It's gone to the Kiwis. There's the slow motion here.
Well, there's 2 touches there. And the question is, did the Philippines touch it last? Ryan Reyes, number 11 with the last touch. Well, the Philippines need to foul. There it is.
Nice
one
work
more
from
to give.
Shaley too. Shaley realized the double team would come in. Sprightly enough to get right around Gabe Norwood.
Shaley thinks he's shooting. The scoreboard says 4 team fouls, so it's still possession.
Didn't pick up quick enough either. Not going to get a foul.
There it is. It's a long way back now for the Philippines. 35 seconds, 10 points. Webster's going to try and tack on 2 more points.
2 free throws for Ty Webster.
This is the first. Webster makes 1 of 2. Blatch. His 2 won't fall.
Yeah, that sums up Andre Blatch's night. Really a great game, 27 points, but those little runners haven't gone in for him. Well, Leo, we may see this ball get dribbled out now. I can't think.
You're looking at some tall black fans there. Mick, the Philippines have made 7 appearances in the Olympics. They've never medaled. Tracing all the way back to 1936 in Berlin, 48 in London, 52 Helsinki, 56 Melbourne, 1960 Rome, 68 Mexico and 72 in Munich the last time they were in the Olympics. They're probably going to have to wait another period. It won't go to Rio. But they have certainly played with heart and verve and passion and energy. Blatch lines up at 3. That is good. Threads it. The difference is 10.
He is just automatic, isn't he, on his night? Well, they're going to keep playing.
75, this country established the Philippines Basketball Association, the first pay-for-play league in Asian area, Asian zone. In 1978, they hosted the World Championships right here in Manila. What a great basketball tradition. They love their basketball in this part of the world. And all credit to New Zealand with this victory here. It is a shame to see the host team get eliminated.
Well, there'll be a lot of disappointment around this, that's for sure. I know the semi-final would have put icing on the cake.
They can walk out of the arena with their heads held high. Castro going to tack on 2 more points for the Philippines. And they're fighting right to the end. Another foul to stop the clock. You know, we were talking to a friend of ours from the Philippines today, and we said, you know, what type of pressure is Tab Baldwin under? Does he need to get to is his job in danger here? Does he need to get to the semis? And you know, he said, look, Filipino fans are very knowledgeable. We know this is a big ask for us to get to the semis. I don't think his job is under jeopardy here. The Asian games will be important to them. FIBA Asia Zonal Championships will be important to them.
I think it's all about qualifying for the next. It's doing well in your regional championships first, isn't it? I think Tab Baldwin's done a great job here. I don't see any problems with that at all.
Philippines were in the FIBA Asian Championships in 2015. They secured the silver medal, losing to China in China in the finals.
Don't forget, qualifying for the Olympics is much more difficult than qualifying for the World Championships. You know, 12-team tournament against the 24-team tournament.
Closing seconds here. Blatch, Romeo, step back 3 on the way. The bank is good. Coach Baldwin and Hanari embrace at midcourt. They know each other very, very well. Hanari used to play for Baldwin when he played for the Tall Blacks. That's the ambassador, the New Zealand ambassador right there on the left. He said, I've never been to a live basketball game before. And he gets to see his national team play here in this arena. What a wonderful spectacle. Andre Blatch is out of gas. And all tribute to the fans who turned out in their numbers, and they're wearing the national t-shirts. It has been a wonderful spectacle. Mick, the way you say thank you in Filipino is salamat. As we look at the final score, New Zealand 89 to the Philippines 80.
Wait a minute, you lived in the Philippines as a country, you've never been to a basketball. You can walk down the street and see a live basketball
no
game.
kidding. You're the ambassador.
Tell me about it.
Get out of the embassy.
Look at the stats there, 11 threes for the Philippines there. I mean, they had to load it up that 4th period, but always chasing shadows. Wonderful job for New Zealand, 58% inside the arc. That was what killed the Philippines in the end. And everything else very, very even. Assists, rebounds, 7 steals for New Zealand. Key ones too at key times of the game. They'll play France tomorrow, what will be a winner-take-all as far as the top of the group and the easiest semi-final route potentially. Have a look at the Senegal team today. Nothing's going to be easy, but even if they beat Turkey tomorrow.
Well, Senegal will play Turkey in Group A for 2nd place in the group. And New Zealand will play France tomorrow for 1st and 2nd in Group B. You can see the Gilas Pilipinas players paying tribute to their fans. As we get a look at some final numbers to close this one out. Well, my name is Liam County. It's been my privilege and pleasure to be with you. My partner is Mick Betts, and on behalf of my partner and I, we would like to say salamat, a big thank you to the Filipino people who've been so warm and gracious in hosting this tournament. Congratulations to the Tall Blacks in New Zealand. They will play France tomorrow with a chance to top the group and a chance to get to the semifinals. And it's all about going to the Olympics. This has been the FIBA qualifying tournament, Olympic qualifying tournament 2016 from Manila.